everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a tea basket video for this week, and this is kind of a combination of teas that I'm kind of making decisions on, but then there's also a bunch of teas in here. Well, actually, let's see, there's one tea in here that's actually from my sip down shelf, so it's just one that I kind of want to use up. And then I have an assortment of teas that I've gotten in Sips by boxes that I also need to kind of start working through. So as we go through, I will kind of let you know which one's which, but let's jump into this. So actually this tea, I put in because I actually just love this tea. So I've already made a decision on this tea, and it's definitely a keeper. It is the Celestial Seasonings Morning Thunder Black Tea. This tea, let's see, it's roasted mate and black tea. I love the roasted quality in this. It has like a slight smoky type of a flavor. It kind of reminds me of like a Lapsang Sao Chong, like not quite as smoky as that, but it's very similar, and it's a nice strong black tea. So I absolutely love this for this time of year when the weather starts to get a little bit crisp. Something about that smokiness in a hot tea just makes it so cozy. So this I'm actually just super excited to have in my basket, even though I've already made a decision on that one. Next up, this is a tea that I do need to make a decision on as far as whether to keep purchasing it or not. And for those of you, maybe if this is the first time you've seen any of my tea basket videos, currently I'm trying to try out every single tea that's in my stash and make a decision as to whether or not it's something that I would repurchase again. If I decide that I love the tea and I will repurchase it again, then I will make a space on, you know, my like shelving area, so that it has like a permanent place. If it's a tea that either I don't like, or maybe it's fine but it's nothing spectacular, then those teas I'm actually putting onto a different shelf, which is over here, and that's kind of my sip down shelf. And what that means is I just need to sip down that tea and be done with it. So when I talk about in this basket certain teas that I'm making decisions on, that's what I mean by that. I'm deciding whether it's something that I want to stay permanently in my collection or whether I want to sip it down. So this is the Yogi Caramel Apple Spice Slim Life. Now this tea, actually let me find the ingredients on this. It has Assam black tea, rooibos, cinnamon, Schisandra berry, apple pieces, cardamom, ginger, clove, and black pepper. And then it also has apple and caramel and vanilla flavor, salt, luohan guo fruit extract, natural cinnamon bark oil, natural cardamom seed oil, and ginger root oil. So I don't really know what this means by slim life, but I'm not really into that. Like, I don't do the whole like diet tea thing. So this would be more, I'm going by flavor. I'm not going by, does it make me skinny? Because that's a whole thing. That's a very triggering thing to me. I've had some pretty bad experiences with like certain teas that are like slimming teas, and I don't know. That's a story for a whole different video, so we're not going to get into that. But all of that to say, I don't do that whole like slim life tea crap. So this I would be going strictly for taste. So we will see how I feel about it. And since it's caramel apple spice, I mean, that's perfect for this time of year. Next up, this is like kind of a mixed decision making thing. Well, not necessarily a mixed decision, I guess. There's a couple things where this tea falls. Number one, I do want to try this again because I don't think I've had this tea since last year, and I do want to make like a decision. That being said, I think I really liked this tea. It is the Stash Pumpkin Spice Decaf tea. So I don't think I have any other pumpkin spice decaf teas in my stash, and I mean, I know I liked this one, but I guess the decision would be, is there any others that I like better? But I don't think I have any other decaf pumpkin spice teas. So this will probably stay in the stash. The other reason this is in the basket though too is because this is the old packaging. So these are starting to get a little bit old, and I do need to sip these down. Even if I decide to replace it, I need to, you know, replace it with the updated packaging, the newer packaging. So this is kind of something that I am kind of trying to sip down, but not because I don't like it. So that's why that's in there. Oh, and I should tell you the ingredients in this. The ingredients are naturally decaffeinated black tea, cinnamon, ginger root, pumpkin spice flavor, clove, and allspice. Next up, this is one that I am trying to sip down. I've already made a decision on this, and it is not one that I'm going to be keeping permanently in my stash. It is the David's Tea Banana Nut Bread. And the ingredients in this are dates, currants, almonds, banana, artificial banana nut bread flavoring. So this tea, it's decent, but I have other banana nut bread teas that I like much, much better. This one is a very thick, and I know that sounds funny to say that as a tea, but if you've ever had this, like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it brews up, and like literally it is a thick tea. It's gotta be, I don't know, maybe the dates, maybe, and the banana. It seriously like thickens the water of the tea, so it's like you're drinking a thick tea. I don't know, it's a little off-putting for me, so I don't love that about it, and that's why I'm not going to keep it in my stash. So, but if you're looking for a tea that's almost the consistency of like a hot chocolate or a hot cocoa that tastes like banana, you would probably love it. But I just want to sip it down. Okay, and then the last three teas that I have are all from Sips by boxes, and these are all teas that I have never tried. So the first one is, this is Trankebar, I believe is how you pronounce that, Trankebar, and it's the Dandelion and Elderflower black tea herbal infusion. And okay, it doesn't have the ingredients on here, so I can't tell you what all is in there, but I do have 4 of those to try. And then the next one is from August Uncommon. This is the Aromatic green tea with orange and vanilla, Arabesque, I believe is how you pronounce that. It is a blended green tea. Let's see, it says it tastes like sandalwood, incense, spiced orange and vanilla, and it feels like wandering the Moroccan Medina. The ingredients are Chinese sencha green tea, Yunnan green tea, Brazilian jatoba wood, Turkish orange, Madagascar vanilla flavoring, and lemongrass. Like, honestly, that sounds okay. Well, now that I'm thinking it and saying it out loud, I'm interested to see how I feel about this flavor wise. If this was a perfume, I think I would be going crazy for this. An incense, spiced orange and vanilla. That sounds like a wonderful perfume. But now that I'm like thinking about, wait a second, I'm going to be drinking this. I'm interested to see how that sandalwood incense like translates into a flavor. If any of you have tried this, let me know what you thought. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. So we shall see. I've never tried any of the August Uncommon teas, and I know a lot of people love them. So I have high hopes. And then the last tea, also from Sips By, is the Pinky Up is the brand, and it's the apple spice cake herbal tea with natural flavors. And I actually do have 2 of those. And it does not have the ingredients. It just says sample only, not for resale. So I don't know what the ingredients are in this, but apple spice cake sounds really, really good. And the fact that this is an herbal tea, so it's caffeine free. So this is something that I could have, you know, at night before bed and not have to worry about it keeping me up. So that sounds lovely. So that is everything that is in my basket for this week. Let me know down in the comments below if you have tried any of these teas. Also, let me know if you have any recommendations for me. Let me know if you've tried any teas lately that have been fantastic, or if you've tried any teas lately that have been horrible. I like to hear all about what you guys are sipping and your experiences with your teas that you've been choosing. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for a little bit, and I will see you next time.